Greetings and welcome to another edition of NBA Weekly. I am your host Nathan Lyle, and I just wanted to start off by saying that there was this very ridiculous article that I read which said that the Heat's losing weekend shows us that playing 4 games in 5 nights is tough. And I just wanted to say, really? So playing 4 games in over a span of 5 nights is only difficult if you're the defending champions. You know, if you were a team like, say, the Spurs or the Bobcats or anybody else, no one really gives a fuck. I mean, you're expected to win all 4 games. But when you're the Heat, if you lose 2 games in a row, that's like the biggest deal in the world. I mean, that's just disappointing. That is disappointing to me. I mean, they lose 2 games in a row, and that's the only story that anybody is talking about. But what about the Mavericks, the Magic, and the Sun? They've all lost 6 games in a row. The Bobcats had lost 17 games in a row before last night when they beat the Pheonix Suns to finally get their 8th win of the season. And the Clippers, they have extended their winning streak to a franchise record 17 in a row, and they have really been dominating lately. I mean, outside of them, the longest winning streaks in the entire league belong to the Spurs, who have 6, and the Warriors and Thunder with 3 each. And just to point this out to you, all 4 of those teams are in the Western Conference. Put that in your head. Also, in case you hadn't heard, the Nets fired their head coach Avery Johnson. In case you hadn't heard about that yet. Anyways, a few milestones that have been reached and could potentially be reached before the next episode. The next game Kevin Garnett plays, he will tie for 14th overall in career games played and be 10 games behind Mark Jackson for 13th overall. Carmelo Anthony needs to make 7 more 3-pointers to have 600 for his career. Raymond Felton needs 6 more to reach 600. Tayshaun Prince needs 8 more to reach 500, and Chris Paul needs 9 more to reach 500, and Devin Harris now has over 400 made 3-pointers for his career. Dirk Nowitzki has now made over 6,000 free throws for his career. Tim Duncan needs 6 more defensive rebounds to have 9,500 for his career. Kevin Garnett needs 14 more to reach 10,500 for his career. Steve Nash only needs 38 assists to be only the 5th player in NBA history with 10,000 career assists. And I am going to mention that every single episode until he does it, because that is a huge milestone. It deserves this kind of attention. Jason Kidd only needs 50 more assists to become the 2nd player in NBA history with 12,000 career assists. And Kevin Garnett needs 8 more steals to reach 1,700 for his career. Ron Artest needs 9 more to reach 1,600 for his career. Andre Miller needs 14 more points to reach 20,000 for his career. So congratulations to him, because you know he's going to get that. And it's very well deserved. He's had a very long and very underappreciated career. Anyways, a few games that I'm looking forward to this week. On Tuesday, there's only one game that I consider watching worthy, and that is the Clippers at the Nuggets. And the Clippers right now are at the top of the league, while the Nuggets are barely staying above 500. But honestly, this will be the biggest test the Clippers have had in a long while, and their defense will really be put to the test in Mile High City against this explosive Denver offense. And then on Wednesday, the only game that I really consider noteworthy is that you have the Clippers at the Warriors. One night after playing in Mile High City against the high-flying Nuggets, the Clippers have to get on a plane and go back to California to play the Warriors in their home stadium. And the Warriors have been surprisingly good this season. I mean, as of filming this video, they are one of only 4 teams in the Western Conference with 20-plus wins, and only 1 out of 6 teams overall in the league. And then, so it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, the Clippers are going to, their streak is really going to be put to the test. I mean, these are 2 pretty decent teams that can put up some numbers, and they're going to make them fight for it. And then on Thursday, there are only 2 games, but they are both worth watching, potentially. First, we have the Spurs at the Knicks. It's a potential finals preview as one of the best teams in the Eastern Conferences faces one of the best teams from the Western Conferences. And because of the way this was scheduled, there is the potential that there could be another issue like what happened when the Spurs faced Miami. I mean, the signs are already there. Greg Popovich had a statement where he said, well, they never handed me like a rule book. They never stated anything about rules regarding how and when you're allowed to rest players, stuff like that. I'm going to do what I feel is best for my team. So after another long stretch of games, there is the potential that this could be another debacle like the one that got them fined in the first place, just because Pop loves saying fuck you to the commissioner. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not saying that it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. And also, you've got Minnesota at Denver, two teams with plenty of young talent who are currently on the edge of the playoff picture and looking to move up in the standings. And that's it for today's show. Tune in on Friday for another edition of NBA Weekly, and for all you football fans, tune in tomorrow for a special edition of The Fan Perspective where I do reflections from the entire 2012 NFL season. And until then, my name is Nathan Lyle. I have been your host for the day. I hope you have a happy Tuesday, whatever's left in it. Enjoy some basketball. Happy New Year. Blah, 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 blah. See you tomorrow.